Hey, what's up guys? This is Rafa with Rafa Racing. I am here at the club today with Jem. It's a big mess here. We're gonna get a lot of remodel done, but she's in town getting some seat time. We're also gonna participate in a show this month, hopefully a race this weekend. We just spent the weekend at COTA, and now we're gonna get some seat time on the Simcraft rig that I bought just recently here a few weeks ago. I actually got it from Houston Crossed from Royalty Exotics in Las Vegas. That's the exact same sim that I've bought for the club. We have 4 of those coming and 4 that are lesser motion. This one has all 6 degrees of motion. The other 4 have 4 degrees of motion, but we're planning on getting quite a bit of practice here for all the races, particularly as I start going and trying to race overseas in tracks that I've never been to. Jem has a long history or long experience in the sim space, so she can kind of attest to how well or how good getting some seat time on the sims is.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really excited to get on this sim properly today with Rafa. We're going around COTA at the minute, which is quite cool because we've literally just been there for a couple of days. So it'll be nice. We've been in the cars in the GT4s, so we can go on the sim and we can be like, does this feel, how real does it feel? And we can give feedback on the brakes, the throttle, and the setup of the car. So yeah, really excited. I've been on it a couple of days ago and just now. It's got a lot of motion and I'm not used to sims with motion, so it's a bit different and I'm getting used to it, but yeah, we're going to play around today. I'm really excited and I can't wait to be racing next weekend and then in Las Vegas for some filming with the Rafa guys.
My buddy Tim giving it a try. It's his first time on a Simcraft and maybe even a rig itself in general, and he's already crushing it, so kind of fiddling with the settings. We haven't gotten the screen to expand to the 3 screens, but he likes the off-roading motions, the off-roading settings here. Even if it's not 100% as realistic, it is the closest thing that you can actually get that is going to give you positive feedback towards, feeling the car sliding around, some of the actual movements that you feel in the car. Jem was saying that it feels right now just a little bit exaggerated, particularly on the tail end. And that's really just a setting thing that we can adjust. So we're going to adjust the yaw and different things that would kind of narrow the movement a little bit, but yeah, I think we're going to get some seat time and see what kind of lap times we can knock out.
I've done a lot of sim work throughout my career. I think I first got involved with sim was back when I was still in my go-karting days. I got scouted by the Young Racing Drivers Academy and they took me on board and I kind of did a bit of sim there. They've got a really good sim. It's like a massive sim, like huge. And they've got an F4 and an F3. So I kind of started on that and then eventually I got my own sim at home, which is really cool. Not quite like this. I've never actually been on a sim with motion, so this is a lot different to me. I'm not used to like moving it, any of it moving around like this one. So I'm kind of getting used to that, and I think at the moment it's moving around a lot, and I wish I could kind of like tone it down or just like a couple percentages. So Rafa's out on COTA at the minute. He's not done a lot of sim before, whereas I've done quite a few years, so I'm kind of used to how the differences between the real car and the real situation to this. But it does take a long time to get used to. I remember when I first jumped in the sim back home, it's not exactly the same. I don't think any sim for a very long time will be exactly the same as the real car. Getting closer with these sort of machines, but the one at the Young Racing Drivers Academy in Banbury at home, it's actually got the cockpit of a Formula 4 car. So you're actually literally like lying down. And you've got the pedals, the actual pedals from the car as well. They've got drivers that actually go out on track in the Formula 4 or the Formula 3 cars, and they bring the data back and they put the data onto the sim. So it's really precise. You know where you need to be. So for example, they do test a track called Anglesey in Wales, and they bring the data back, the lap times that they've done, and then they go on the sim and they'll be like, oh, this feels like this is different, the brakes need to be like that, the car needs to be set up like this. So that's really cool because I can hop in, and if I'm close to their times that they've actually done on the track, I know I'd actually be close to the times in real life. the best part about having a sim, especially in the HQ home here. You can go on tracks that you've never been on before. You know what gears you need to be in, and you know your lines. And I think that's the best two things you can take from a sim, and also to have a bit of fun, of course. You know, we're gonna set some challenges. So, hopping in. Another thing I'm not used to back home, they don't have belts, and on the sims, obviously. And I like it because it makes it feel a little bit more real. So let's do this up behind here. Thank you.
Now go for it.
He's a good teammate.
Maybe
Sorting me out. Thank you, that seems about perfect. Yep, thank you. I love that it has an emergency stop button as well.
Yep.
It's proper, like, real. Yep, okay. Yeah, no worries at all. So, even on the... Whoops! Let's see if I can carry on with my warm-up lap with that going on. Yep, so just leaving the pits. I'm gonna warm up my tyres because even on a sim, believe it or not, they do start cold. And so do the brakes and everything else. So I'm gonna do a bit of weaving and braking, just warming up the tyres. And what's really cool is you can actually feel the grip come on. So I can feel in the steering the grip coming on throughout the whole lap. A lot of people think weaving does the most for warming tyres up. And don't get me wrong, it does. It keeps the heat in the tyres if you've got the heat there. But really, what you want to do is slam on your brakes whilst you're weaving. So go left, hit the brakes, go right, hit the brakes, go left, hit the brakes, go right, hit the brakes. Because what it does, it actually heats them up, and then the weaving will actually keep the heat in the tyres, in the rims. I like this sector of the track. It's enjoyable. It's very technical, but also quite fast at the same time, especially in a car like the GT4 McLaren. Almost feels like home here now, Kota. After being there 2 days, and now I'm back on it on the sim, so it's quite nice. Alright, and then on my second lap, I'm going to push about 70%, and then I'll go 80, and then I'll go 100 on my fourth. Try and get a decent lap.
Oh, hold on. Alright. We're gonna put the screen in. Por favor. See how we do. Just trying getting used to it. It's a couple of corners really that are giving me trouble. I think through the S's I'm taking too much speed. Struggling to figure out how much brake pressure to apply. See, like that just came to a stop. So this is really getting a feel for it. I'm just getting used to it. See if I can catch up. Like right here, don't know how much brake pressure to apply. So I can stay between the lines and not over slow like that. Oh, oh, see, too much speed. The grip comes as you warm them up, and it goes as you actually use them, which is pretty cool. Kind of teaches you a little bit of tire life and that kind of stuff. At least I haven't crashed. I've been crashing a lot, so I celebrate when I avoid the wall. That's my my sim racing criteria. Just don't hit anything. Yeah, that was 19 was clean. That's only my second lap that I've done today without hitting something, and it wasn't a great lap. All right, let's go. Oh, no, too wide. Oh, now I hit something. And let's see if we can get through the S's without losing too much pace and not crashing. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Oh, oh. Oh, I could not make it up the hill without that. I think I bent my wheel and there's some fin speeds on it. Oddly enough, turn 19 is one of the best turns I do here. and it was one of the last I got good at Coda in real life. Nil 20. All right, clean lap, let's go. I think I actually just gotta get used to it. Maybe I gotta brake and turn a lot more at the same time than I currently am. Whoa, 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 weave. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This is a bumpy turn 11. I did a 241 the last lap. Spent some time on the off-road section of the track. That's nil, turn 12. Nailed it, nailed it. Oh, oh, oh. That was better.
So, we've had a little bit of a play on the sim today for the first time where we've actually been able to like play around with it and change a few things. Firstly, had the motion on, and it was kind of like too much to kind of think about, especially for Rafa's first time on the sim. So we took that off. We also took the reference car off, which is quite funny because back home where I normally go on the sim, I'm always chasing the reference car, and my coach is always like, right, I'm turning it off because I start overdriving because you're always chasing the back of that car. So we took that out, and all of a sudden he was getting used to it so much quicker, and he was finishing laps after lap, and times were coming down and down and down. So that worked, and yeah, so we've ticked the box for that today, and it's been a lot of fun. So next time we'll be downloading the track that we're going to be testing at next, so Barcelona. So that's our next job.
I finally started getting a real hang for it. I was early braking, I was turning too late, not braking hard enough, so I was really struggling with the sim. But the last few laps I was in the last session, I did 227s consistently without crashing. So now I was taking the pace just a little bit calmer. As I get more used to it, I think I'm gonna start pushing the pace a little bit more. I think Jem did at 21 and some change. So there's at least another 5 or 6 seconds there that she is right now a lot faster than I am on the sim. So hopefully as we continue to get practice, we continue to nail the time down. We'll continue to have a lot more content on the sim. We'll maybe do some live streaming as we get better and actually start doing some races online and competing. So you guys will probably see a lot more of that, and hopefully you guys enjoy that content as well. And as always, thank you for watching. Tell your friends to your family. See you next time.